4 tips to help you come back after relapsing with your health/fitness habits. Now, for the most part, when people stick to their fitness/health habits for about 4 to 6 months, they usually find a consistent basis in which they can just perform the habit naturally. However, life does happen, and it would be completely natural to at one point lose track of the direction you have with your health or fitness goals. While small breaks might be a natural part of the process, here are some tips for how to come back after those longer breaks. The first thing to address is that not all progress is linear, and that you're going to want to focus more on the average picture of things. As I mentioned in my previous video, progress is going to look more like this over the long run. Even if every day is not consistent with your fitness or health habits, you'll still be reaching a linear path on average. And that's only if you have the right resilient attitude to get back on track and focus a little bit less on the failures and more of how you will improve moving forward. So in this example, I gave a 6-month timeline of what things usually look like. So once those moments come in which you reach your lower points, you want to ask yourself, what really got in the way? Is it something with my environment, with the people I'm around, or is it more of a personal thing I need to readdress? Once you're aware of these barriers, start to take some small steps to help you toward a more linear progression. These small steps will add up and improve the average picture. Number 2, ask yourself these following questions. What went well, as in what were some things or habits that helped you progress within your goals? What didn't help as much as anticipated? So when thinking about this, think of some stuff that was a little bit more ambitious that you could probably take a little bit of a step back from. What can help you in your current circumstances? So think about your current barriers now and think about some stuff that may come up in the future. Or maybe just think about some smaller stuff that you didn't take into account from the beginning. Once you come up with these responses, use them to filter out some productive adjustments that you can make to your plan moving forward. Number 3, journal/track your new program. When journaling or tracking your new program, think about the new adjustments that you'll be adding and or the metrics that you'll now be using to measure your progress. And from there, use this as a tool to help remind you of what you're working toward. And number 4, reassess a new form of accountability. As mentioned in my previous video, people are going to be the best source of accountability for you in terms of focusing and sticking to your goals. So if you think that these people and or person hasn't been as helpful in terms of keeping you accountable, by all means, find a different community or person to help you with that. And by all means, mix things up by including some friendly competition or bets and or text reminder messages to help you make the process a little bit more interesting. Transparency between your struggles is going to be really important in terms of letting your community and or person know how serious that they should take you for trying to stay consistent with this habit. Just make sure that while you are depending on these individuals, that you're also pulling through on your promises, because it's not only your time that's affected, but theirs as well. That's all I have for this 4-part series. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.